The Triple Shot Saloon is a place where men drink hard drinks to get drunk fast. If they have a problem with each other, they settle it in the street. Like men. Welcome to another edition of Saloon Talk. Today the subject is everybody's favorite subject, guns. Specifically, the Sig P320 and do they fire on their own? This has become a very popular subject on YouTube lately because I guess some lawyers and their clients have won some lawsuits against Sig over this. Now, I've been carrying mine around for over 10 years and dropping it, banging it, throwing it on the table, getting in and out of cars, and I have yet to see mine go off without pulling the trigger. And the hundreds of people I've been around in shooting matches that carry these things have been doing the same thing, shooting them a lot, training with them a lot, taking them to matches, and we do all kinds of stuff at the matches with these guns. And I've never seen any of those guns go off. I've never heard of it going off, and nobody even talked about it all the years that I was in competition. And now all of a sudden, everybody thinks the Sig P320 can fire with no input on the trigger whatsoever. And some YouTube experts have put out some videos detailing the mechanics of it and how somehow it's supposed to be able to go off on its own. Well, there's something about this whole thing that's just fishy to me. Why is it for over 10 years we never heard anything about this? Now, a few years ago we heard about them, if you drop them at a specific angle from like 13 feet, you can get the gun to go off. And what they isolated that to was that the actual mass of the trigger, if you dropped it far enough, the mass of the trigger could move far enough to fire the gun. Still, the trigger was firing the gun. When the trigger was moved, it fired. It couldn't fire without the trigger being moved. And so that kind of came, and Sig offered a voluntary upgrade, which I didn't do on this gun, by the way. And that went away. And now all of a sudden, these Sig 320s go off. Well, you know what I remember was I didn't hear a thing about this in 2014, 2015. And whenever it was that the military contract went to Sig for the Sig 320 over Glock, was not too long after that. I heard Glock was very pissed off about that. And then all this stuff came out about the 320 gradually. First if you dropped them, they would go off, and then later on this thing, you know. And it's just my opinion. I just got a feeling that Glock had something to do with this big push. And now it's like a witch hunt on YouTube. You got everybody on YouTube thinks they're an expert because they watched a video. They probably never touched a gun in their life, but they're lecturing me about how I'm just out of touch because I think these guns are safe. And I don't know for sure if there's absolutely no issues with the 320, but I can tell you for sure it's being exaggerated. The vast majority of these incidences are somebody that they have a thread caught in their holster, they got a piece of crap holster that the department issued them. What I don't get is almost all these are cops. The vast majority of these are cops, and the cops I've been around don't know how to handle guns, so I'm not surprised, and they're not very safe about it either. I'm not saying all cops are that way. I know there's a lot of safe cops. There's some really competent police, competitive shooting people that are very good, much better than me, but I'm just saying, on average, cops are not the most competent people with their guns. So I don't know what the answer is. I still have a lot of confidence in the P320. I think it's the most forgiving handgun I've ever shot. It just, even if your fundamentals aren't just right or you're rushing the shot, a lot of times it'll come out right. It's much more forgiving than anything else I've ever shot. I think it's safe. I carry it. And I think if there is an issue, I think it's being blown out of proportion by lawyers. And that's the subject of a whole nother video, is blood-sucking lawyers. Most of the ones I've dealt with, not everyone, I have friends that are lawyers too. You know who you are. But I have dealt with several lawyers that will flat out lie to your face. And they're motivated by greed when it comes to lawsuits. And they'll say anything and do anything to their own clients, let alone the other party, to get their money. So that's just my opinion. I hope you stick around for card shooting because I got an issue with Little Buddy coming up next. Well, Little Buddy's been making fun of me all week since I missed some cards. I had 7 cards to shoot and I missed 5 out of the 7. I only hit 2 at 20 yards with a revolver. And I said, whatever ones I miss, I'd put them on the saloon wall. And Little Buddy rearranged them into a poker hand. 3 5s, 3 10s and 2 5s makes a full house. And so now he's been going on about how a full house beat me. And he thinks that's hilarious. Well, listen, I don't think it's funny you laughing. Today I got 8 more cards to shoot. Not 7, but 8. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to hit all 8 cards. I'm going to shoot all 8 of those cards with my gun. I'm not going to miss one time, and I'm going to do it from the same yardage. And if I miss even once, I'm going to shave my head. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? There's a catch, though. If I don't miss, if I hit every card with no misses, all 8 of them from the same yardage with my gun, I'm going to shave your head. Is that a deal? Shake on it. That's a deal. You're not going to back out of it. You're not going to say it's not fair. Okay, let's go. I just missed that one barely. Oh, I pulled that one. Ah, I got it. I felt like I pulled it. All right, one more, lower right. Oh man, I think I barely missed that one too. All right, let's go see them. Where'd my brass go? Looks like 2 very close misses and 2 hits. My 2 misses are in the same, so I mean they would have hit the corner of the card, except I have it tucked under. I mean, I guess I kind of did hit the card in the corner under the cardboard. I know those are hits actually, barely. But so here's the 6. It's in kind of a nice spot. I mean, the 6 of obviously they're all 6s. 6 of spades, 6 of clubs, 6 of hearts. I nicked it, so that's a hit by this standard. 6 of diamonds. Okay, so I did hit them all. A little ugly, but 4 shots, 4 hits. So now we're going to do the 9s. Okay, now we're shooting the 9s. Anywhere on the card's a hit. Okay, I'm not going for a certain part of the card. I mean, I like to get in the middle, but anywhere on the card's a hit. Okay, upper left side first. That's a hit. Lower left side. That's a hit. That's a hit. Lower right side, last card. And that is a hit. Let's go check them out. Well, 2 of the 4.6s I nicked, but it's a hit. A hit's a hit at this distance. That's what I said in the beginning. So, hit's a hit, and all these 9s are hit better than the 6s are hit. And that means I'm going to shave little buddy's head. Okay, 9 of diamonds. Nice out of the logo. 9 of hearts. Nice out of the logo. 9 of clubs. And 9 of spades. So those are the 9s. Little buddy, come here.